Hi, everyone, and welcome back. If you are new here, hey, you, I'm Rachel. I'm filled with so much gratitude today, and I would like to say thank you for spending a little bit of your time today with me. We are over 800 subscribers, and I am just so grateful for all of you. And if you haven't subscribed, think about it. Alicia is away for a few days, so I've had some time to kind of sit and reflect on how van life has changed my life because it has changed drastically, as you could imagine. So this video is going to be about how van life changed my life. Hopefully it will encourage you too to kind of get back into nature, slow down a little bit, even if you're not considering van life. So part of my journey began a long time ago. I remember there was this one Christmas where I asked Santa for a bike, and I knew my mom had got me that bike, I think Christmas Eve, and I was just so excited to get up the next morning and ride it outside that I had my first panic attack. And it's really weird because throughout my childhood, I would get them for random occasions, and I didn't even know what they were really until I went to college. You know, when I was little, I had big emotions, and the biggest one was probably fear. I was afraid of lots of things. I would have panic attacks during thunderstorms, and it was really weird. Afraid of bugs. I remember my mom said I was afraid of the airplanes and trains, so that's what she said to wean me off my pacifier. um, so fear played a really big role in my life. So I had a lot of big feelings, right? And I didn't really know how to address them. Throughout middle school and high school, I was okay. They really didn't come that much, but once I went into college, that's when they started to kind of reoccur more often. It wasn't an everyday thing, but again, when I had those big emotions that I didn't know how to release or express, a panic attack would probably occur. But they had kind of stopped for a while, and I got into teaching, and I really loved it. I was a teacher for 19 years. I really felt like I had a purpose. I was very driven to help my community, but then COVID hit. And after the pandemic, I would have panic attacks every morning, Monday morning especially, before work. But that was also around the time when Alicia and I began to go camping. Um, I remember, I think it was like May 2020, and nobody was really getting on an airplane around that time. So we were like, so what could we do to kind of like escape the apartment? And we decided camping. So we bought a tent. It was really nice. It was a real nice tent. And our first camping trip, we extended for like 4 days because it was just a breath of fresh air to get outside after being cooped up for almost 5 months. And that's where the idea of van life came from, that first camping trip, because we went again in June and again in July that year. I don't know, being outside just brought me back to a time of my childhood where I was just like outside ripping and running, really without a care in the world. And I miss that type of joy that you get when you're a child, when you're just outside exploring, having fun, laughing, playing. I don't think I had felt that for a while. And that feeling stuck with me. But once we went back in person the following year, that's when the panic attack started to hit really hard. Teaching had brought me so much joy for almost 2 decades, but I was just burnt out. And I think I was feeling a lot like the other teachers who left the classroom after years and years and years of serving the children that we love. But I took the panic attacks as a symptom of stagnation. Like it was really time for a change. I had been in the classroom for almost 20 years. And again, I loved what I did, but I just needed a change of environment, change of scenery, change of mindset. I just needed a change. So we sold all of our stuff and moved into a van. It took about 2.5 years. Alicia did this solo build. just because after work I was just always so tired. I just wanted to come home, sit on the couch, watch some television, and drink a glass of wine, and then go to bed and do it all over again, Monday through Friday. So I was just done with the routine. I was done. Needless to say, once we hit the road, the panic attack stopped. I mean, all these years, I really wasn't living my life out loud. I felt like my operating system ran off of fear, and I never learned how to be my authentic self, following my passions, even just being seen. It was just so scary to me. And now that I'm trying to unpack and uncover all of these unresolved issues, I'm just like, what was I afraid of all those years? Just be me. And those who accept me for me, great, I love you. The love is returned. And those who don't, like, it's fine, I'm not your cup of tea. And I don't know why that rejection was so scary. Van life has really opened my eyes to the possibility. We've already covered so many states and been in just so many areas, met so many new people. I mean, the possibilities of life are really limitless if you develop that type of mindset. Van life has given me the opportunity to be out in the world and be unapologetically me, because that's all that I could be anyway. I'm still working on it, of course, but look at me right now, just outside at a campground, recording a YouTube video, and not really caring what anybody else thinks, because they're not thinking about me anyway. I feel like I stopped living for the validation of other people and started living for the joy of myself. That's what I'm out here searching for, right? Joy and peace. And I didn't think that I can do that in the environment I was in before. I mean, I picked my hobbies back up. We started hiking regularly, eating better. And I've been to places that I've never even heard before or even dreamed of. And there's just so many more places to go. I started meditating regularly, reading more, laughing more. I don't know, I just feel like my life has become so much more vibrant. So it turns out van life was the cure to my anxiety. I wish I would have known that a little bit earlier. I don't know, I found my confidence out here on the road, and I really encourage anybody who hasn't been out lately on a hike, outside in nature, just find yourself out here. And especially to my community, I don't see us out here enough. And I really wish that more people had the opportunity to travel, whether or not it's in a van or an RV, even if you rent one for the weekend, just to go and explore. So that's it for our video. The sun is setting. It looks absolutely beautiful. I'm going to sit here and enjoy it for a couple of minutes, and then go inside and eat some dinner. And again, I hope this inspired you just a little bit to slow down and start enjoying the little moments. Get outside, get into nature, and be yourself, most importantly. Y'all got to see the sunset. It's so beautiful. But that's it for me. Next week, Alicia will be back. And I think we're going to take you on a tour of some of the parks that we visited while we were in Utah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, please, please think about hitting that subscribe button and notifications, and follow along as we continue our journey to go slow down.